It was a cold winter morning in New York, the kind that makes you question why you even got out of bed. Inside a small, crowded classroom, students buzzed with nervous excitement. It was the day of the final exam, the one that could decide their future. Among them sat Ethan Cole, a quiet 17-year-old, with tired eyes and a worn-out notebook. He wasn't the smartest student, but he had something rerenchable honesty. He believed that the right thing is still right, even when no one's watching. The teacher, Mr. Reynolds, placed the question papers on each desk. The clock ticked like a hammer in the silence, and for Ethan, this test wasn't just about grades, it was about proving something much deeper. Halfway through the exam, Ethan froze. His mind went blank. The formula he had studied all night had vanished from memory. His hands trembled. His future college admission, scholarship, his mother's pride all flashed before his eyes. He glanced around. Everyone was writing, focused, confident. Then, he noticed something just under his desk, a crumpled cheat sheet. It wasn't his, but it had the exact formula he needed. He stared at it. His heart raced. "No one will know," a small voice whispered. "Everyone does it. It's just one question." But another voice, a quieter, stronger one, rose inside him. "If you have to lose your integrity to win, is it really a victory?" The battle wasn't on the paper anymore. It was inside his mind. Ethan closed his eyes and took a deep breath. He pushed the paper aside, folded his hands, and whispered softly, "God, help me remember what's mine, not what's stolen." Moments later, he remembered the formula piece by piece. He scribbled it down quickly and finished his exam just as the bell rang. When Mr. Reynolds collected the papers, he noticed the cheat sheet on the floor. He frowned. "Whose is this?" he asked. The room went silent. Ethan could feel the weight of the moment pressing on him. He stood up slowly. "Sir, I found it under my desk," he said honestly. "It's not mine, but I should have told you earlier." The teacher's eyes softened. He didn't say a word, just nodded and continued. But Ethan's classmates looked at him differently. Some smirked, others admired him silently. He walked home that day with no idea what his grade would be, but his heart felt light. A week later, the results were announced. Ethan scored lower than most, but something unexpected happened. Mr. Reynolds called him after class and handed him an envelope. Inside was a letter from the State University Scholarship Board. "Your honesty during last week's exam was reported to us." The letter read, "We believe integrity is the foundation of true education. We are awarding you a full academic scholarship." Ethan stood frozen, tears forming in his eyes. His honesty, what others might have called naive, had just changed his life. He looked at Mr. Reynolds, who smiled and said, "Grades can be improved, Ethan, but character, that's who you are." Years later, Ethan became a teacher himself. On the first day of his class, he wrote one sentence on the board: "Integrity is doing the right thing, even when the wrong thing looks easier." He shared his story, not to brag, but to remind his students that faith and honesty never go unnoticed. The world may not always reward it immediately, but truth always returns with interest. Maybe life isn't about getting every answer right. Maybe it's about having the courage to stay true when the world tempts you to lie. Because in the end, it's not your score that defines you, it's your integrity.